Oh my God.
I'm gonna take it away, okay? I'll be right back.
What is it like to see them? You're part of the tribe. You're part of the village here.
You know, like sometimes I really have to just sit back and just be like, oh, like just take it all in. It's just seeing so much love in one face. Like, he is one blessed baby, but they're blessed as well because he's so special.
OMG, y'all buckle up, because this situation right here is not just messy, it's heartbreaking, confusing, and honestly kind of shocking. What started as a fairy tale love story, the kind that made fans believe in forever, has now turned into one of the most emotional celebrity fallouts we've seen in a long time. Judy Jessica, the woman who once stood proudly beside Brat, calling her soulmate, her forever, her answered prayer, is now allegedly out of the house they once shared. And baby, Judy is not taking it well. See, from the outside, everything looked perfect. Love, marriage, a baby, matching smiles on social media. But behind closed doors, something clearly snapped. Because according to what's being whispered in these internet streets, Brat made a move nobody saw coming. She put Judy out. And what followed after that? Judy spiraling, emotionally broken, speaking out in pain, and fans sitting back asking one big question: how did it all go this wrong? What nobody expected was for this story to flip so fast. One moment they're posting family content, the next moment it's silence, tension, and rumors of a woman pushed out of her own home. And if Judy's recent behavior and emotional reactions are anything to go by, this breakup isn't just a disagreement, it's a deep wound. Now, let's rewind for a second, because to really understand this explosion, we have to go back to the beginning. Long before the drama, long before the baby, long before the fight that allegedly ended with Judy packing her things. Brat is not just any celebrity. She's a hip-hop legend, a trailblazer, a woman who spent decades guarding her private life like a locked vault. For years, fans speculated about her love life, but Brat stayed quiet. She built walls, not because she didn't love, but because she didn't trust the world with something that personal. Then along came Judy. Judy Jessica came into Brat's life with big energy, bold confidence, and no fear of the spotlight. She wasn't hiding, she wasn't whispering. Judy was loud about her love. When Brat finally went public in 2020, people celebrated it as a moment of freedom, like Brat could finally breathe. Judy was presented as the woman who gave her courage, comfort, and a safe space to finally be herself. They looked happy, not perfect, but real. Fans watched them laugh, argue, cry, and love on reality TV. They talked about trauma, trust, and building something solid. Judy often came across as the driver, the one pushing things forward, while Brat seemed softer, more cautious, but deeply invested.
Look at that smile.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna take it away, okay? I'll be right back.
What is it like to see them? You're part of the tribe. You're part of the village here.
You know, like sometimes I really have to just sit back and just be like, oh, like just take it all in. It's just seeing so much love in one face. Like, he is one blessed baby, but they're blessed as well because he's so special.
And when they got married in 2022, baby, people were in tears. It felt like a win, especially for Brat, who had waited so long to have this kind of love in the open. Then came the baby. That's when the energy started to shift. Becoming parents is hard for anyone, but for them, it came with extra layers. IVF struggles, health scares, emotional breakdowns. Judy tried to go through egg retrieval and ended up hospitalized with blood clots. Brat stepped up and carried the baby instead, a huge sacrifice, especially as a first-time mom later in life. On camera, it looked supportive, emotional, loving, but behind those scenes, fans started noticing cracks, small arguments, tension over parenting decisions, body language that didn't match the smiles. And here's the thing, social media never misses a thing. People noticed Judy's energy changing, more possessive, more controlling, less patient. Moments where it felt like she was overshadowing Brat's experience as a first-time mom. Little clips of disagreements that felt heavier than they should have been. But still, nobody imagined it would end like this. Then came the whispers. First, it was quiet, Judy not appearing as much. Then it became louder, vague posts, emotional captions, pain leaking through every word. And now, the bombshell, Judy allegedly got kicked out of the home she shared with Brat. Let that sink in. This wasn't just a breakup. This wasn't "we need space." This was allegedly Brat saying, "Enough, get out." Sources claimed things had been building for a while. Arguments that never fully resolved. Power struggles over the baby. Tension about control, money, and boundaries. And when it finally reached a boiling point, Brat made the ultimate decision. What nobody expected was how Judy would react afterward. Instead of quietly handling things behind the scenes, Judy reportedly broke down emotionally. Friends say she was blindsided, that she never believed Brat would go that far, that despite all their problems, Judy thought the home was still sacred ground. Imagine loving someone so hard, building your whole world around them, only to be told you're no longer welcome. That hits different. And Judy's pain? Baby, it's showing. She's allegedly been emotional, angry, confused, sometimes all at once. Some fans say she looks unrecognizable lately, like someone who lost not just a marriage, but her sense of identity. And if you followed Judy long enough, you know she doesn't handle rejection quietly. But here's the twist. Some fans aren't completely on Judy's side. A lot of people are starting to say this didn't come out of nowhere, that there were red flags from the start, that Judy always seemed to be running the show, that Brat slowly lost her voice in the relationship. And when a woman like Brat finally chooses herself, it's explosive. There's also talk about control issues, especially when it came to the baby. Who makes decisions? Who gets priority? Who feels like the real parent? That kind of tension can destroy even the strongest marriages. And then there's the money conversation, the contracts, the businesses, the lifestyle. When love and business mix, breakups get ugly real fast. So now here we are. Judy on the outside, hurting, possibly feeling betrayed beyond words. Brat inside, protecting her peace, her child, and her sanity, even if it means being painted as the villain. Let's be real though, nobody wins here. A marriage ended, a family broken, a child caught in the middle of adult pain, and two women who once promised forever, now standing on opposite sides of heartbreak. Judy being gone mad isn't just about anger, it's grief, it's shock. It's realizing the person you trusted most made a final decision without you, and that kind of wound doesn't heal quietly. Meanwhile, Brat's silence is loud. Because when someone who used to explain everything suddenly says nothing, that usually means the story runs deeper than we'll ever know. And as fans, all we can do is watch, analyze, speculate, and hope that somewhere in all this chaos, the baby is protected from the storm. Because no matter who was right or wrong, this situation is a reminder that love isn't enough if respect, balance, and boundaries are missing. What started as a beautiful love story became a cautionary tale. One about power shifts, about unspoken resentment, about what happens when two strong personalities collide under pressure. And the real gag? This story isn't over. Not even close. Because healing takes time. Truth eventually comes out, and when emotions run this high, more tea always spills. So stay tuned, y'all, because if Judy is this broken now, and Brat is standing firm on her decision, the next chapter might be even messier than the last. And trust me, when it hits, everybody will be watching.